Alright, this is gonna be my first wrestling video, and I'm gonna do it on TNA, and I'm gonna try to stay on TNA on topic and not talk about the other bullshit, but I'll make my own WWE video eventually. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about TNA and like its problems and what I think they should improve on. Um, I've been watching TNA since the first episode on Spike. I didn't watch a whole lot of the other stuff because the pay-per-view stuff was kind of hard to get. But the reason I found out about TNA and the reason I wanted to watch it was because of Jeff Hardy. And I think this poster is kind of funny because it says watch him every Saturday on Spike, and he was only at like 2 shows and then he was gone. And I mean, like, he was the reason that because I stopped watching WWE around I think WrestleMania 20, and Jeff had already left, but I just stopped there because I started getting into the Eugene bullshit and just really stupid gimmicks and garbage. And so I just kind of saw where Jeff went. He went to ROH, fucking Ring of Honor, and he went to, and then eventually he went to TNA, and I knew he was there, but I could never get the pay-per-views. And then when I found out it was on TV, I was like, fucking sweet. So I started watching it, and then he left, but I knew that the show was so good with all the X Division shit that I wasn't gonna leave. I was gonna keep fucking watching. So, yeah, and I picked this picture because this has got like, this is an old picture. This has got like, when it was actually, like, when they had a really good roster, like Sinshi. I'm so pissed that he might be going to WWE. I don't want to see him there. They will underuse him and turn him to shit. I mean, he's just gonna. It'll just be like a Braden Walker or whatever that bullshit was. And yeah, it's got Spike Dudley. I mean, come on. I mean that's just like I can't believe how short he was there. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about like certain problems though that TNA's got. I mean, they've got a couple like big ones right now, and just 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 how bad it's going. And for one, the fucking gimmicks and stuff. The gimmicks aren't like that bad, but people complain about gimmicks like the Prince Justice Brotherhood. That wasn't that bad of a gimmick. If they didn't try to take it seriously and just used them as X Division characters, that would have been fine. I mean, I met fucking Eric Young I went to TNA Live in the first show in California, and I met Eric Young, I met Samoa Joe, I met both at LAX. Like TNA's live is like nothing you'll fucking ever. You can't even imagine how cool it is. It's like we got front row seats, and it was only like $50, like $50 for front row, and it was really weird because it's just like since the show like it didn't sell out at all. It didn't completely did not sell out, and people were just like it was real like kind of personal, so it was just like they were just people tied, so when they come out it's like they almost like try to shake hands with everybody around the ring. It's like right after the thing was over, like Kurt Angle had a match with AJ Styles, and he goes like, well, like we don't like each other on TV, but it's like for real, he was the main reason I wanted to come to TNA because I wanted to fight this guy, and it was just really cool. And he broke character, and everybody broke character. It was great, and especially Team 3D. We saw them fight Queer Money, and that was really good because like Team 3D just ripped on them the whole match and just called them like fags and stuff, and it was just really really funny. And then after the match, it was like Kurt Angle came out and he's like, everybody's gonna come out and sign autographs and blah blah blah. Just like if you want a picture with me, you can come in and get a picture. And like I can't remember how much it cost, but there was like a huge line. So we just got autographs from people that were walking around the ring like Sanjay, Consequences, Creed, Eric Young, I said LAX. Uh, Eric Young was so cool because it was just like, oh, what did I say to him? I said, I'm like, you're like the reincarnation of Crash Holly, and he's like, oh, I hope not, man. He's all like, I hope I live a little longer. And I'm like, yeah, dude, but Crash Ollie was fucking awesome. He's like, oh yeah, he was. He was like, we were friends. And I was like, I'm like, that's sick, dude. And uh, oh, we met Curry, man. And it was pretty funny because it's just like, I'm like, you know what, man? You should start up a stable with that Christopher Daniels guy. It's like, you guys would be a great tag team. And he's like, uh, I know nothing of what you say. Hi. And then he just runs away. But he signed the shit. It was fucking hilarious. Like TNA Live is like one of the craziest fucking experiences like you could ever fucking imagine. It's nothing like WWE. WWE is garbage. It's not even personal with the fans. Like, they don't want to talk to you. I mean, I went to One Night Stand '08. I'll make a video on that, like, eventually, but yeah, it was fucking horrible. I mean, but yeah, improvements they need to make. Like, things like the beautiful people, that's a horrible gimmick. That gets way too much fucking airtime. I fucking hate those bitches. They're so fucking stupid. I don't care if one of them's dating the Shane Helms, fucking Hurricane. I don't care. They're fucking bitches. And beer money, fucking beer money. I'm just sick of how long their title runs last. It's like as long as like how Kurt Angle and Jeff Jarrett were back in the day, just lasting way too long. And the knockouts, I get sick of the knockout matches. I mean, people like Roxy. Roxy's fucking cool. Roxy's a great fucking chick wrestler. And I don't know, a lot of this shit. I mean, I met Christy Hemme and Gail Kim at Comic Con, and that was right before Gail Kim left too. Like, and then when I met her, she's like, "Oh yeah, TNA is awesome, blah blah blah. I'd never go back to WWE." Fucking like 2 days later, she's gone, and I'm just like, "You fucking bitch!" Like, and we met Christy Hemme too, and I just like said to Christy Hemme, I'm just like, "Oh, are they treating you good, and like are they treating you okay, like working there?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, it's so much better." And I'm just like, "That's cool, that's cool." And it just wasn't that big of a deal. But yeah, and then at the Comic Con too, like a booth like down from her, we met Mick Foley. And I've met Mick Foley like actually like 3 times. And that was like my third time when I met him this time. And he hadn't left SmackDown being the commentator and with JR. And I'd brought up TNA to him before when I had met him before, and he said, "Oh, I don't really watch it that much, blah blah blah." And I was just like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "That sucks." And then like this time I met him, I didn't really ask him about TNA because I didn't want to bug him. And then like 2 days later, I find out he's fucking joining TNA, and I was just like, "Oh my god, this is so fucking weird." It's like Gail Kim dips, and then he fucking goes to TNA and leaves WWE, and it's just like, wow. I'm like, I totally did not see that shit coming at all. But yeah, the knockouts get a lot too much airtime. Like the X Division deserves the airtime. Like, that's the main thing that TNA has that WWE doesn't want to touch on because Vince is kind of stupid and kind of stupid. He's getting fucking senile in his old age is what's fucking happening. And I think the only time TNA, I mean TNA is messing up right now, but like I think the only time they're gonna have to like fucking be like, oh shit, we gotta get our A game and fucking push out the X Division is when Vince fucking dies or hands the fucking company over to Shane, and then Shane's like, okay, I'm gonna make this thing some fucking money. Because I know Shane, and Shane's fucking crazy. Shane, like, well, like, last time we saw him on there fucking throwing those queer punches, that was pretty gay, but Shane fucking, those old school hardcore matches, those were fucking nuts, man. With Steve fucking Blackman, and, God, I can't even remember who else he used to, I remember he fought Kane once, but the Steve Blackman one was the craziest one, like, but, that was way back in the good old fucking days in the 90s, but, yeah, I think if Shane got a hold of the company, he would know, he would totally be like, okay, we're getting the cruiserweights back, we're going against the X Division, but that's not going to happen, and until TNA starts bringing their A game with the X Division, WWE, especially right now with WrestleMania season, TNA is not going to be doing good right now, but they are a good company, and I'm going to keep watching until they're gone. I mean, I don't want them to end up on WWE 24/7 in a couple of years. I mean, I want to keep watching TNA. I mean, I like it, but they fuck up sometimes. But WWE's fucked up a lot, and TNA's only been around for about 5 or 6 years now. But yeah, I should be making some more videos pretty soon. If either company does something stupid or something I like, I'll make a video. So there should be a couple more wrestling ones coming up. So yeah.